Hello, and welcome back to this video series on getting started with TRISA. In this video, we'll discuss working with TRISA's secure envelopes. What is a secure envelope? Well, the primary remote procedure call, or RPC, in TRISA is the transfer RPC. The transfer RPC is used to exchange and synchronize secure envelopes. A secure envelope wraps the identity and blockchain transaction payloads, applying additional encryption and digital signatures for verification. Here's a high-level overview of the exchange of secure envelopes between two VASPs, but let's take a deeper dive. First, the originator VASP finds the TRISA endpoint address and public identity key of the beneficiary VASP. They can do this by looking up the beneficiary VASP in the global directory service. Next, the originator VASP encrypts the sender's data and the transaction details using an encryption key. What exactly is being encrypted here? Well, there's two parts. First, the IVMS 101 identities, and second, the transaction details. As for the IVMS 101 identities, IVMS 101 is an internationally recognized standard that helps with things like language encodings, numeric identification systems, phonetic name pronunciations, and standardized country codes. The originator VASP needs to encrypt and send two pieces of data in IVMS 101 format, the originator customer data and the originator VASP data. The first part of the originator details are the customer details. TRISA defines the originator as a natural person using the IVMS 101 standard, shown in this example. The second part of the originator details are the VASP details. TRISA defines the originator VASP as a legal person using the IVMS 101 standard, shown in this example. The transaction details specify sender or originator, intended recipient, transaction amount, and other information needed to identify the transaction on the blockchain. The originator VASP creates a secure envelope containing the encrypted payload, the encryption key, an HMAC secret, and a timestamp, sealing it with the beneficiary's public identity key. The originator VASP opens an MTLS connection to the beneficiary VASP's TRISA endpoint and transmits the secure envelope via a TRISA transfer message. The beneficiary VASP receives the secure envelope via this MTLS connection and opens it using their private identity certificate. The beneficiary VASP validates the encryption key with the HMAC secret, and then the beneficiary VASP uses the key to decrypt the identity payload. The beneficiary VASP can then store the originator VASP and sender details in a secure location for travel rule compliance. The beneficiary VASP encrypts the recipient's data and beneficiary VASP data and creates a new secure envelope to send back to the originator VASP. The beneficiary VASP opens an MTLS connection to the originator VASP's TRISA endpoint and transmits the secure envelope via TRISA transfer message. Then the originator VASP can open the secure envelope, decrypt the payload, and store the receiver and beneficiary VASP details securely for travel rule compliance. Let's talk about some of the benefits of secure envelopes. First, non-repudiation. Timestamps are digitally signed, meaning it is possible to cryptographically prove that both parties have identical compliance information exchanged at the time of the transaction. Another benefit of secure envelopes is encryption, both in flight and at rest. Exchanges are encrypted in flight using MTLS, and at rest using both symmetric and asymmetric encryption. Another benefit of secure envelopes is that they are convenient for long-term storage and compliance. VASPs can retain encrypted compliance data in accordance with jurisdictional data retention laws, though indexing and retrieval are a bit more challenging. Finally, One other benefit of secure envelopes is erasure by deleting sealing certificates. Data can be erased when it no longer needs to be maintained for compliance purposes simply by deleting the private keys that decrypt the envelopes, making it impossible to open the secure payload. In the next video, we'll talk about additional resources for getting started with TRISA. See you there.